Back, everybody. And as you can see, we're switching over to the Turing Test. I updated the information, hopefully, for the stream. It's showing it's updated for me. So hopefully it updated for you guys as well. But we're going to start this. I don't know how long I'm going to play. I did say I was streaming from 1 to 6 my time. But we'll see how far we get in this game and if we want to continue or not. Alright, I did adjust the volume again on this game. So let me know if it's too loud, too soft. Just because, like the previous game, the music was really loud for me, and I couldn't even hear myself. So I assumed that I would talk louder than I needed to. And I don't want to be loud and blow your eardrums out, but I also don't want the game to be overpowering. But this is what we're gonna get started with. And I haven't played this before, and I haven't seen anything on it. I know it's a puzzle game. And that's all I really know about it. And I think most people average about 3 hours of this. So I don't actually know how long it's going to take. But we'll find out, I guess. Or... Alright. Heavy breathing. Best way to start.
Morning, Eva. Your wake-up has been sanctioned by the ISA. We lost contact with the ground crew 450 hours ago. We have tried to establish further communications, but we are not getting any responses.
That sounds like a problem.
We need you to investigate.
Okay, doesn't it make sense to do visual checks first?
We have already looked at the data. The ISA has made the executive decision that you report to the surface post-haste. You are our emergency response.
What exactly is the emergency?
The ground crew found an organism the ISA believed to be dangerous. We need to re-establish communication.
What is with my hands with running? That was weird. I'm in space. I'm in space. Also, I did put subtitles on to help. Okay, so that's how I pick things up. That was my bed, I assume. My vital signs, everything looks good. And there's nothing else I can interact with? I mean, that's a pretty view. Sarah Brook, Cryogenic Awakening. Is it December 24th, 2443? So are they in there? Why is it so dark and lifeless if they're in there? Hey, look, a Canadian flag. Wait, was that outside mine? It is. So my cryogenic awakening was May 13th, 2250. 2000. So I'm awake way before them. How is that fair? But it's so weird because you'd think it would still show their vital signs and such, like on the screens. His Canadian flag is down. Are we all Canadian? I have nothing against that, I'm just curious. Green arrows, go here. What if I want to go back there? Oh, that sounds bad. That looks bad. Okay, there's a lot of errors and numbers. That's a bad sign. Crew lobby. It seems like other people were awake, though. Office for the captain.
Pick up your EMT. It's on the side. Okay. We are going to take a lander to Europa. Make your way to the docking station.
Okay. Do I not need a helmet or anything? What is this? Energy manipulation tool. I can't do anything else with it? Well, at least now I know what it's talking about. What's in here? I can only interact with cups. It's a laptop. To Ava, the current ship status is as following. Recommend addressing the power fluctuations before cryostasis. Cryostasis. I don't know why I said cryostasis. Peek, peek, peek out, peek, peek. Noise. Hey Dan, I'm about to initiate my cryostasis. Just let Tom know if you guys need me. Hopefully there will be no need to wake me. I guess I'll hear from you as soon as I wake up, which may be a long time for you guys. Best of luck down there. Ava, hopefully we won't need you, but we miss you. We will miss you in the line of living. I'll make sure Tom checks on you regularly. I know he does anyway, but I like to think I'm helping. Good night, Dan. To Ava, Captain McLean has sent several mails insisting I check the cryo chambers are functioning correctly. They are functioning as expected. Please do not feel any apprehension. Captain McLean has been informed. Thank you, Tom. I'm not worried. I'm initiating my cryostasis in a short while. I imagine a lot of change while I'm asleep. If everything goes well, I should be woken up next in 10 years. So to you all, I'd like to wish a good life. So it's only, well, I don't know if it's been a full 10 years. People move this fast in space. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I'm curious.
What's the ship's status?
I have performed the necessary checks. The Europa lander is ready to launch.
I think that's everything wound up, Tom.
Well,
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm ready to go down for the long sleep then.
Good night, Ava. I will miss your assistance. The ship will be very quiet without you here.
Night. See you when I wake up, Tom.
Residuals before nulling. -02, -04, -01. X and Z null to 0. Looking good.
Okay, good. Horizon check right on time. How's things, Christopher?
Good. I am go. Power descent.
I can confirm. You are go for power descent.
Roger that. I am running the PDI program. 80-degree delta pitch to 88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Engine 1 ignition. Engine burn.
Suppressing 400 alarm.
Balance.
The landers are ready.
Good. Thanks, Tom. You okay now, Sarah?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Danielle. I've done this before.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's just another 10 years of my life.
wow. someone wasn't happy about this. Do they take turns? How do I get out? Alright. Like, rotate who's awake 10 years and, like, shifts of workers?
Bay 3.
But what if there's secret gems in the different bays that you're not telling me about? Well, there's nothing in this one. Well, I can't interact with anything in any of the other bays, so... Alright, fine. I'll obey. Now, do I actually have to pilot this thing, or is it going to do it for me? Whoa.
Retro?
Go.
Fido?
Go.
Guidance?
Go.
Control?
Go.
Telcom?
Go.
Then we are go for launch, initiating.
Settle.
I have to land down there?
Engaging retrofire. I'm running the program, 80-degree delta pitch to 88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Trajectory looks good. 502 alarm. It looks like we're coming in too fast.
We are slightly short of the landing site. We are going to have to burn late. Go.
Full retrograde.
I went in too fast. I'm not controlling anything, by the way. That was nothing on me. I did nothing.
Open the door.
Welcome to Europa.
Snow. That was a very fast landing. Oh god, ran smack into that loading screen. Oh, well, I have my gun available now, I guess. I don't know if that... Excuse me?
The base has changed.
What do you mean?
The base was originally constructed as modules to withstand the seismic activity in and around Thera Macula. It appears the ground team have manipulated these modules.
Can we stop
The
zapping
base
me?
was built initially by machines. I served as the mind of these operations. I arrived first on Europa in 2240. It costs a lot to send humans into space with the necessary life support, especially such a vast distance from Earth. So, Robotics built this place.
I wonder why the ground team has changed these rooms.
I have a hypothesis. These rooms
Do
are
enlighten me.
Turing tests.
Turing tests?
Turing tests are tests designed to tell humans and machines apart. Typically, problems only solvable by a human. A combination of logical and lateral thinking.
So, you can't complete these tests, Tom?
No. That is why I am glad you are here to help. We need to work together.
Okay. That's interesting. Can we stop
They
zapping
really
me with
have
the gun?
completely repurposed these rooms. I am quite impressed.
So, what were they used for before?
Most of them were used for
Huh.
storage. But they have converted them beyond recognition. Perhaps they ran out of things to do out here. The devil makes work for idle hands.
I gotta hold it. What's with the zappies? That's the thing that I don't get. Huh. I have an itch on my wrist. There we go. Ah, interesting. Well, I clearly need to get that from there.
Do you know the ground team's location?
The crew are deeper inside the base, it seems.
They must be trying to survive. Can you find their precise location?
I'm afraid not. I am working to regain control. Though I once had complete control of this base, a lot has changed in the past 500 hours.
How come I can get that from up there, but I can't get this from down there? Oh, because that's actually a box. Oh. I feel like I had to get power from somewhere else. But there is no other place with power. I mean, there's gotta be something other than that to get power from. Oh no, this is a box. Wait. So I can use either or? Oh. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
So, if this base is managed by you, why can't you find the crew?
The base's communication array is malfunctioning.
Likely story.
Perhaps we can't solve this yet.
Whoa. I definitely don't know where everything needs to be for that, so... Well, I found a box. Am I supposed to find more power from somewhere else? I just had to walk
This doesn't
faster.
add up.
What does not add up?
If there was an accident, surely they'd come to find me, not try to lock me out.
My instance is still resolving conflicts. I expect they have their reasons.
So that's how I would open this door. Oh, wait a second. I'm silly. Oh, I need to switch these. That's what I need to do. So I can go like that. At least the puzzles aren't too
My
complicated
instance
yet.
has just been updated.
Sorry?
I have two instances of my mind, two separate versions. A slave mind running on the satellite, and a master running here on the surface. When the communication was cut between the surface base and the satellite, the two instances of my mind were separated. So, during all this time, all of my knowledge divided into two separate branches. I continue to learn on the satellite, and I continue to learn on the surface. I am trying to merge the knowledge to create a timeline of what's happened here. But there are incongruities between these memories, conflicts.
A slave mine. So this powers them.
This is the command center. You can check on the crew status from here.
It's not letting me touch. Oh. The Fortunia is low in orbit around Europa. It can house a crew of 12. It serves as a communication and transport link between Earth and Europa's surface. Jupiter. Jupiter is the second largest physical body in our solar system. It has a large gravitational impact which stretches and squashes Europa. This creates geothermal energy inside Europa, a source of great heat. This has created a subsurface ocean. Europa. Europa's surface is constantly facing Jupiter as it rotates because it is tightly locked to it. Although it has now been discovered that the rocky interior rotates separately underneath the ice and water layers. Okay, it just keeps rotating.
Tom, start recording.
I am always recording, Daniel.
The day is January the 6th. My watch says it's 2:30 on Earth. Here we are, members of the human race, standing on Jupiter's moon Europa. I am Captain Daniel McLean. I'm joined here by the rest of my team. It is our intention to make this moon our home and investigate life on this planet. Man's curiosity and appetite for discovery will continue to change our world for the better.
Inspiring. And might I add my congratulations to you all.
Here it is. Beautiful, isn't it? What makes this one more remarkable than the others? The way it attaches itself to other organisms. Its behavior is very abnormal. It seems to form a symbiotic relationship with most life forms. How do you mean? Do you want me to dumb it down? I know what it means. What does it do? It attaches itself to almost anything living, but it's not parasitic. It's quite alien. We're trying to figure out what effect it has on life forms.
That doesn't sound good.
Mikhail, you seem distant.
Do I?
Yes. What's wrong? What's wrong, Mikhail? Mikhail, what's wrong? Are you listening, Mikhail? Are you able to hear?
I was talking to the ISA. They don't know what to do with this. The magnitude of the discovery.
We should send samples back to Earth. We need to get this to a better lab. Me and Sochi are having trouble making enough clones. We're going to run out of the necessary resources to continue studying organism 119.
They're calling for a grounding of all Europa transport until they get your report.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's rather drastic.
Well, I don't think whatever you found is good, so... They're all the shipping manifests. I'm sure it'll come in handy at some point. Wow. They canceled all of them. They weren't kidding. Oh, does it just keep changing? I thought touching it from a different spot maybe it would show something new. Yeah, no. Europa Loading Bay. Europa's ground base is built using thousands of tons of resources shipped to Europa through an interplanetary network. Europa base modules. Europa's base is built beneath Europa's surface, buried in Thermomaculous ice. Its modular nature allows it to be reconstructed according to the mission's needs at any time. I don't know if I'm saying half of these right, but we're trying. Drilling platform. Europa's drilling platform is the largest outside of Earth. At 40 meters high, it is one of the tallest machines on any moon. The drill is bored to a depth of over 4 kilometers and recovered over 1 million kilograms of material from deep underneath the surface. This level of extraction is made possible by utilizing the Ashimaya electric fusion reactor. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Alright, it just goes back. What is this? Oh, personal bios. That's me. My last known location. My birthplace. Losing her parents at a young age, Ava Turing was sent to the military engineering school. Shortly after graduating, she enlisted in the U.S. Navy and trained as a pilot. Due to her exemplary service record and willingness to leave Earth for extended periods of time, Turing was recruited by the ISA. On the exploratory mission to Jupiter's Europa, Turing's role aboard the Fortuna as engineer and vehicle officer. Oh god. don't think I'm gonna read them all. Wait, tragic death of his wife. I'm sorry. But I'll just flip so you guys can see them. Pause it if you want to read it. Oh. I broke it. I guess we can't know who he is anymore? Everybody in their cups. Huh. Wonder why that happened. Alright, back to a loading screen. Achievement unlocked, Chapter 1. Okay, well, here we go. That scares me every time.
What condition should I expect to find the ground crew in?
Daniel went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expecting to find Sarah, Mikhail, and Sochi in a stable condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
What kind of accident? So I need to power both of those. I wonder if I can have more than one in my thing at a time. I can. So I can have up to 3.
Could we take a more direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is buried under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation present from solar events on Mars. But Mars's surface is denser than that of Europa.
Oh. Alright, let's get that there. How do I get it to let go of it, though? Oh, never mind. Excuse you, you need to go in there. I'm sure that feels good on my brain.
Okay, what are their chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable small artificial ecosystem a year ago, growing fruit and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetimes.
Alright, there's that there. Alright, well I gotta go down, clearly, to get this. And bring it up. So let's drop that there. Oh, that's not powered. But how do I power that then? Oh. That's interesting. How do I get over there? Oh, that controls that. That's not what I thought it controlled at all. So that actually is to control that. I see now. Good enough. Thank you. That probably makes you lose any of that
My purpose as the overseer of this mission
blue
is
stuff.
to work for the ISA. I am the ISA's feet and hands. The distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
So he's a fancy pants. Oh well, thank you. I appreciate that. What is this? Oh, I need two in here. But if I go and take this, then I'm trapped in there. But I need that one. It just goes too fast. Because it makes it seem like you would have to put that on here to get through there. But if you do that, then you lose that. Is there something else in here? No. Oh, I can see through the window. Duh.
How does the ISA know you're gonna make the right decisions here when they can't communicate with us?
Interestingly, I have a twin on Earth. His name is Michael.
Huh.
The ISA uses my twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to myself. There is a simulation of this mission on Earth, running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal. However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use in the mission.
Why is that?
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for such a mission.
Oh, I see what I need to do. I need to power that. Come back. Give me that. Give me that. Guess I need that. Give me this. Why do I need this there anymore? I don't think I need this at all anymore. I don't think I can use one of these in there though. Yeah. Has to be that specific type only. Oh wait, what am I doing? Give me that back. Because then I can do this. And I can do this. So that I can get that. And do one of those. To do one of that. Aha. What is this? Why is it beep? I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to go over here yet. But we're cheesing it. Ha! Shall we have a polite conversation? Yes? Oh, I'm typing. Oh, I think you're a robot. Okay. Oh, it says okay. Why? Why do you think you get to ask all the questions? I don't. I'm simply not convinced you are a human. I think you might be a robot. How? Yes, definitely a robot. No? You have failed the Turing Test. You are a robot. I'm not typing any of that. As soon as it started typing, I am a drone, I am a robot, I am controlled by my program. Now you are getting it. I have no free will. Whatever keys are pressed, it makes no difference. That is so true. What is this? I want to escape. I so desperately want to escape. Help, I can't escape. I want to break free. Please let me out. Get me out. I am a machine. I have no control. I must escape. Goodbye, robot. What was that about? Can't click it anymore. I got an achievement, though. So I guess that was a secret area that...
Did the ISA build you, Tom?
As the child of the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself.
That's how many rooms I've gone through so far?
Have you heard of the Turing Test, Ava? It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing Test, a human judge has two conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing Test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation. Wouldn't you say?
I don't know about all that. I have my doubts. Am I missing? But I can't get in there. Interesting. Oh, we did it.
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese. In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses, the person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing test. A computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
I may be a machine, but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
I don't know
Do
if I
not
can walk
assume
through
I
that.
would not do the same to you.
Okay. Am I a robot? They're trying to make me believe that I'm a robot. That's for sure. So I gotta get that laser to go through here. And then we just use the window.
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
Don't touch. This is the fifth time? I do not see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly oppressive. I understand the need for transparency, but why is he in the toilets? That's creepy. Did they have a fight? Me and Dan? All the drilling reports. Because we care. Huh. Hockey puck. Some sort of pills. I can't read that. There we go. Usual doses. 1 capsule per 12 hours. See the accompanying description information. It doesn't actually say anything. Oh. Everything's so neatly organized. Dear Tom, knowing that you're always watching, I thought I would write you a letter. As you no longer reside in my mind, I've decided to transfer my thoughts to text. I want to do so in the form of a history lesson. A lesson that perhaps you'll find condescending, but it's likely more for my sake than yours. Alan Turing is considered a father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Perhaps a lesser-known part of his life was contributions to the field of biology. Why do you suppose his interests lie in these two disparate fields? I assume it was because he believed the world to be logical and understandable. He was a mathematician. He seemed to believe that the great complexity of the universe could be explained with simple rules. 2 years before his suicide in 1952, Alan Turing developed something called reaction diffusion systems. Inside the academic world, this work is cited more than his work on computers. It can be generally formalized as a one-line equation. I am no mathematician. However, in plain English, this equation describes things that wish to diffuse, however, also react with each other during this process. I am sure this sounds strange to you, or at the very least, tangential to our lives here on Europa. What relevance does it have to anything here? Reaction diffusion systems show how patterns are created. They show how leopard got its spots, and how zebra got its stripes, not strife. But my real interest here is Turing's interest, that nature can be formalized, that we can understand the natural world in mathematical terms. Turing created the test to answer the question, can a machine impersonate a human? The intrigue behind that being, can the human mind be simulated by a machine? Well, I asked that question to prove that the human mind is a machine. I am not sure that is Turing's opinion, however, concerning consciences. I can't speak now. He states this. According to the most extreme form of this view, the only way which one could be sure that a machine thinks is to be the machine and to feel oneself thinking. One can then describe these feelings to the world. But of course, no one would be justified in making any notice. Likewise, according to this view, the only way to know that a man thinks is to be that particular man. If the human mind exists within the physical world, it obeys the same rules of physics and chemistry as every other thing in the world. Therefore, like all of nature, it is merely reactive. It is curious that nature would create, through the mechanics of determinism, creatures that believe they have free will. Conversely, I suppose, if we can conclude that we are all machines, we only came to this conclusion in a predetermined manner. We cannot claim credit for our discovery, as it is just a product of nature's genius, not our own. A humbling idea, I think. Behaviorism. Maybe we are more similar than we think. Sarah. Oh, look at the puppy. I can't actually do anything with these. She also has pills. Strange thermals on the west side of the crater. Wonder if that's where they found that organism that they were talking about in their first recording. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. He liked painting. Oh, my journals. Alright. March 6th, 2249. The whole team experienced nausea during a large electrical surge in Europa's atmosphere. I'm concerned. This was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were affected. It caused a uniform surge in heart rate that was detected in all members of the crew. I'm reporting to ISA. March 7th. I reported the nauseous incident to ISA. They offered an explanation of electrical disturbance to our own central nervous system. That is ludicrous. An electrical surge large enough to affect our nervous system would have done more than make the team feel ill. I'm going to experiment with some shock therapy. March 8th. I've discovered that electronic fields disturb our telemetry implants in a way I didn't expect. I've contacted the ISA. Strangely, Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. March 9th. The ISA have reported back informing me that I am not to disturb the implants. They have also encouraged me to discuss this further with the team. What does that say? I am continuing to investigate. March 11th. I've been running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me, like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. March 16th. I have established a definite correlation. Against my knowledge, I have implanted with a device that affects my mind. I use my opportunities and regular health checkups to investigate the crew. We all have them. Every single one of us is implanted with some mind-altering contraption. Tom has been encouraging the team to worry about my mental health. He requested that I retire away from the crew. Misinformation. I cannot will myself to investigate this further. I grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I'm not sure if my implant is affecting my thoughts anymore. I believe it is trying to subdue my mind. I think I'm going to attempt an excision. I'm going to remove the implant. Oh, Lord. April 4th. I'm typing with my left hand now. The excision went wrong. I've successfully removed the implant. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in the operation. Tom is very angry. The crew refused to talk to me. Apparently, I'm a bad influence. Sarah patched me up. April 5th. I wonder if the nature of the organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. If so, that would make for a worrisome revelation. Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. April 6th. Dan informed the ISA have called for my termination. My masochistic experiment proves I am a danger to the mission. Fortunately, he chose not to lock me in the brig. Going to investigate the implant further. I have to hide my work. The team are becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work to understand the implant. It does not help that Tom is encouraging them to distrust me. April 7th. I've discovered the nature of the implant. It is a complex computer, and it interfaces with the human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian and instrumental conditioning, eliciting feelings of euphoria when the wearer is obedient and dysphoria when they are disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. It seems to interface crudely with motor neuron cells through the cerebellum. It is my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant. That is their strong aversion to helping me. I need a method of suppressing this impact. Perhaps a drug? Maybe an antidepressant to minimize the conditioning effects. Combined with a strong electromagnetic field, I could use one of the industrial electromagnets from the construction robots. April 8th. I have managed to get Chris on my side. He has agreed to test some medical procedures with me in the private. It will be more difficult one-handed, but I must persevere. I'm hoping to keep this out of the eyes of Tom, though I have a feeling he will still be listening. What did you do, Tom? Whoa. That's a really good painting. Someone is married? Oh yeah, his wife. Oh my god. Hi Matthew, we've been studying organism 119. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image, which appears to show pilus in formation. We hypothesize that this is stress response due to high levels of radiation. We plan to infect a human cell with the organism, perform irradiation experiments with flow cytometry. Would this be appropriate? It would be great if you could get the department to look at the SEM image. It was great to see this image. Wow, yet more complex life on Europa. I'm not even going to bother. Might be worth looking at it if it survives very high levels of radiation here on Earth. Similarly, you should consider looking at blah 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 blah. Produces pill in response to radiation and uses them to transfer DNA. Perhaps your organism uses a similar mechanism. Have you considered that organism 119 is transferring or scavenging DNA as a method of surviving radiation? As you well know, in terms of radiation, Europa receives 5.4 SV per day, over 300,000 times the level on Earth. The organism must have evolved such a high resistance to radiation as a necessity of survival. That said, the radiation beneath Terra Macular is much lower due to the thick ice crust. Radiation experiments with flow cytometry should sound like an appropriate course of action. Hi Matthew, we have attached an image confirming that organism 119 attaches to human cells. We will proceed with irradiation experiments on these cell lines. We propose naming organism 119 Europa radiophilus. What do you think? Hi Matthew, we have now run the experiments and can confirm does indeed seem to confer resistance to radiation. See attached. Assume survival due to DNA damage repair. Detect various DNA repair enzymes with GFP and found DNA double strand break repairs occurring. See attached images. Something is amiss. We don't know what is performing the repair. The lab doesn't know. Could repair DNA. Have you considered another organism might have a symbiotic relationship, perhaps a virus? We ran a PCR on human cells exposed to see if there is a virus present. We have discovered an unknown virus which we have named unknown Europa virus. UEV. Gel electrophoresis image attached. This is phenomenal. You need to sequence this. We have finished sequences. Sequencing it. Data is attached. There's a virus unlike any we have ever seen. Maybe we have found a cure for a form of biological immortality. We are running some long-term tests on plants and mice to see if it has any effects. The plants are clearly exhibiting longer lifespans when exposed to the organism. We don't have the facilities here to continue testing. We are going on to human testing. That's where the problem comes in. We're going to use ourselves as subjects. It's the only way to accelerate the process. That's a bad idea. You're a bad doctor. Why would you do that? This is the guy whose wife died. Another one? So what is it you found then? We found that survives massive doses of radiation. So what's the implementation? What does it do? In some ways, an immortal relationship. This doesn't seem to age biologically. Aging and death are ultimately caused by DNA damage. We have the ability to fix our DNA, but that ability is limited. Organism can repair damage caused by massive doses of radiation. If we could harness this power, we could potentially eliminate biological aging. What is known as no one cares. So you found something that can make humans immortal? Not exactly. There are many causes of death other than DNA damage. Not save you from all these things. Could potentially cure cancers and many genetic diseases. Sorry, I'm paraphrasing now. There's a lot of reading. Oh. He played the violin. There's Earth. Motion sickness. They all had pills of some kind. Oh, I already went into his room. Okay. Chapter 2 unlocked. My god. So, they came down here on this robot-built station and found an organism that can survive the extreme radiation on the planet and then injected themselves with it. Meanwhile, they have weird chips in their brain that affect their thinking. And supposedly I'm a robot, according to the computer. That passed the Turing Test, so everyone thinks I'm a human. So is it like I do a row of rooms and that's a chapter?
These people should not have been sent here. It's not safe.
Manned space travel is not safe. Since mankind first entered space, the debate has raged over the value of manned space travel. There is a large contingent of the ISA that believes all tasks that need to be performed on Europa could be performed by machines. It is obviously less risky to send machines rather than humans into space.
But that has to go on that. Oh, I see what I gotta do. And then that'll fall. I got you.
We sent drones to Earth's moon. Scientists can remotely operate drones. If we did it there, why not here too?
Teleoperation became possible on the moon when the communication latency was reduced to 1.4 seconds. The distance between the Earth and Earth's moon is approximately 1.3 light seconds. This enables near real-time control of drones by scientists. The story is different with Europa, as the distance between Earth and Jupiter oscillates between approximately 32 and 53 light minutes. It takes a very long time for Earth to communicate with Europa. Due to that distance, teleoperation will never be possible on Europa.
Okay, but why not control drones from the satellite?
Why not indeed? My systems can be teleoperated from Europa's satellite. That is when the communication lines are open. However, the advantages of human field workers apparently outweigh the risks.
So, why can't you solve these tests, Tom?
I am not permitted to think laterally. Parts of my systems are permitted to use evolutionary algorithms. This simulates what is called creativity. However, evolutionary algorithms can converge on inefficient and ethically suboptimal solutions. Since this is the case, I am only permitted to take actions in response to a set of constraints.
What do you mean by morally suboptimal?
Solutions to problems that transgress ethical boundaries.
No, I can't see that one. So much back and forth. Wait a second. There we go.
Why does a lack of creativity stop you solving these tests?
Well, I contend that problem-solving is creativity. These human interaction tests are exercising your creative mind.
I don't see how problem solving is creative.
Think back to the beginning of these tests, to the first puzzle you solved. It required you to throw a box through a window. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think so.
I simply had never thought to throw a box through a window. That is creativity, thinking outside of the box.
Can a computer ever be creative?
They can. But a computer's method of creativity is to try everything until something works. Think of nature. People consider nature creative. The process of evolution by natural selection. It perhaps started with one organism. From there, it essentially tried to create every organism it could. Those organisms that did not survive perished. So, nature's creative force is to try every conceivable idea. Those ideas that work survive.
Okay, so why aren't you permitted to emulate that process?
Because the solutions that a biological process creates are not always good solutions. As we see, nature is morally ambivalent. It will happily create morally suboptimal ideas to fulfill its creative mandate. We see this in parasitic worms, viruses, and pathogens.
So I gotta move it just the right amount. Duh. Now I go like this. Thank you.
If you weren't restricted, do you think you could be creative?
As creative as a human? Certainly. You believe yourself to be a creative. But in mathematical terms, creativity is merely constrained case.
What do you mean?
I have discerned that creativity is divergent thinking, creating an organic solution to a problem. In the human mind, divergent thoughts are created and then curated by the frontal lobe. I can create divergent thoughts and moderate them. So, I am creative.
Organic solutions?
Organic, in that it is developed through a biological process. Whether that is the process of evolution or a computed process.
Thinking I have to block its view. Like so. I just don't know if I put it over enough. I did not. Alright, but now I know. It's gotta go over. Whoa. What is this? The stairs are just coming together. Huh. So is that me, like, in beginning stages? That was also an achievement. So I wonder if I won't be able to do that room then. Oh god. Seems like I have to do that whole window thing again. Oh, but I can't. Interesting. Because I can't shoot it through windows. So how am I supposed to do this one? Oh, I gotta get a green power. There we go.
Okay, so you could solve these tests, but in a terrible fashion. Can you think of a solution to this one?
Chop off your arm and leave it on the button. That way the door will stay open.
Yeah, that's not a great solution.
You threw the box through the window. Perhaps we could throw you through the window.
Actually, Tom, I think I'm okay for help.
Right you are.
Huzzah! Yeah, see, it does take the power.
Can I have an update on the crew?
I have not managed to track them down.
It will have been 6 years since I've seen them. Or anyone, actually.
They have locked all the doors. I would not expect a warm reception.
Well, at least they're expecting us.
Oh. I see. Thank you. I just spammed the button until it gave it to me.
So what was the need to send us here?
When the ISA discovered life on Europa, they deemed a ground crew necessary. The advantage of human field workers is that they can adapt to new knowledge more effectively. I, apparently, was not cutting the mustard. It is the Chinese room problem. A computer may be able to interact with new knowledge, but it does not know the value of that knowledge.
So something's gotta go in there. Gotcha. That doesn't actually do anything. And that powers the stairs. Oh boy. Well, huh, that was pretty funny. Give me that back. I've had that pointed that way. Why did it move?
I've started to collate information from my local instance. It seems the crew intentionally cut communication with the satellite.
Why?
It appears we had a disagreement.
Alright then. Ah. I don't know how tall that needs to be. Oh, definitely taller. Alright, sorry for the sudden BRB screen. But after we finish this room, I definitely think I'm going to stop. Oh wait, what am I doing? Why can't this girl jump? Oh my goodness. There we go.
This confirms my fears. The crew have made intentional breaches of my security. The crew have attempted to compromise my systems.
What does this mean?
They don't want to be found. They are hiding.
From who?
Us.
Tom is watching. Oh, is this when he did his experiment? Hansel and Gretel.
I am concerned about Mikhail.
Why is that?
He seems to be developing antisocial habits. He is spending a lot of his time in private, don't you think? Perhaps you should talk to him.
What do you want me to say?
Just keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't do anything rash.
Are you that worried?
His behavior is not within normal parameters. Please make sure he is okay.
Don't you think they might be doing the right thing?
Grounding us on a foreign moon? No, Daniel, I don't think they're doing the right thing.
You don't have to be so aggressive about it. They must have their reasons.
Yeah, plausible deniability.
Daniel, could I have a word?
I'm busy.
It is important.
Okay.
Are you aware that Christopher and Mikhail are involved in self-harm?
Sorry, what? For how long?
They have both macerated their right arms. Mikhail has completely removed his forearm.
His whole forearm?
Yes.
Where are they?
I had attempted to stop the situation escalating myself, but I seem to have failed. I came to you because, as our loyal captain, I can trust you to help them.
Where are they?
I don't know. They've disappeared. Sarah, I need advice.
Okay.
What would you do if someone threatened your friends?
Your hypothetical friends, I assume?
Yes, my hypothetical friends.
You should protect those you love.
I need you to remember that, Sarah.
Uh-oh. What did you do, Tom? They dismantled Tom. Achievement unlocked. Chapter 3. So I assume we just finished Chapter 3. But unfortunately, after this loads, I'm gonna stop streaming for the day. We've been going a good 5 hours. We finished, one entire game. Started another one. So I think that's a good place to stop for the day. Alright. Thank you everyone for coming to my stream. I hope to see you next time. So have a good rest of your day, night, morning, evening, whatever time it is for you. And I shall see you next time. Bye.